Hi, my name is Jason, and today I'm going to show you how I made this simple plywood table, and more importantly, how I came to know this wonderful creature named Albert. To start things off, I'm cutting off the end of the board so I can use it as a straight angle reference. And now I'm using a piece of foam I found from my local hardware store, and I'm using that to protect the table from the cuts. I'm making some test cuts and then double checking with the angle finder, just to make sure that everything's cutting at 45 degrees. And once I'm happy with the angle, I'm moving on to the rest of the cuts. And now I'm moving on to the support. I'm just finding the midpoint and then marking out the width of the board. And now I'm setting the circular saw so that I can make a groove for the support to sit in. I'm finding the depth of the groove I just cut so that I can add that onto the height and the width of the support. I started off with smaller holes and then I followed up with bigger ones so that I could fit the jigsaw blade to cut out the inside of the circle. And once I was happy with the cut, I just checked to make sure that everything fit smoothly. And it did, so we're good to move on. I'm using a quick and easy way to join the two pieces of wood together by taping the back and using that as a support for the joints. And it actually worked out pretty well. And once I have the tape all set up, I'm permanently assembling everything together with wood glue. And now I'm using the strap clamp to help tighten the pieces of wood together, and that'll give me a stronger bond between the wood and the glue, which will give me a stronger joint. And to fill the gaps, I decided to try something new. I decided to use a little bit of wood glue and a little bit of the wood dust from the prior cuts, and then mix them together to make a paste. And once I'd filled in the cracks, I went back with a semi-wet rag and cleaned up the mess. And once it had dried, I went back and sanded it down. And I think it actually came out really good. I was impressed. To protect the sides from being painted, I just put tape over them, and then I trimmed the excess with the blade. And to get a nice smooth line, I'm just pressing the blade against a piece of wood and sliding it along to cut it. I laid down a coat of primer and paint. And I think the edges came out pretty well. And for the outside, I just decided to leave it bare wood, so I put a coat of polyurethane over top of it to protect it. So if you like projects like these, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the future projects to come. And I'll see you next time on Modern Ideations.